It is time for the Wilcos. We're going to unravel all the names, talk about them real quick, and let you know who has been chosen as the 2018-19 finalist for the Wilcos. And remember, these names that we mentioned today are the ones getting the golden tickets. We've never done this before, so let's go through category by category, starting with football in the defensive category. Go.
Brian Rice, Ravenwood. Jackson Satterfield, Page. Zaire Howard, Brentwood. Christian Moolman, Franklin.
Which sticks out to you right there real quick?
Brian Rice.
You think so? I like this list.
They're all good.
I like Howard as, coming in right there from Brentwood. Had a really good year. All these guys, household names. On the offensive side, Brian Garcia, Ravenwood, Jariel Wilson, Centennial, Isaiah Collier, Independence, Michael Burdick, Page. That's a pretty stout group.
Oh, great group.
Would you like to throw a name out there for a potential winner? Once again, just to let people know, this will be the official ballot for finalists. Nobody has been voted on as of right now. Go.
Can't go wrong with any of them. But mine, I started at the beginning of the season all year long. What Jariel Wilson did, I think other guys had more around him than Jariel. Everybody knew Jariel was getting the ball every time, and it didn't matter, and he still just torched people.
Interesting point. All right, football player of the year, go.
TJ Sheffield, Independence. Cam Harris, Lusk, Fairview. Brian Garcia, Ravenwood.
I think, without seeing the voting, I think this is pretty automatic. Would you agree with that?
I
don't know, but you look at it on paper, and you look down the chalk line, it's closer than what it appears.
I think it's pretty automatic. But if you did not know where one of them was going and you just looked at the paper, I don't think it's automatic. But I'm assuming you think TJ Sheffield.
I would.
Let's just say this: odds-on favorite.
Odds-on favorite,
I'm okay with that.
I think Cam Harris Lusk has an unbelievable argument in this matter, but we'll see. All right, boys golf. Trenton Johnson of Brentwood, Jack Morris Franklin, Clayton Williams of Fairview. Congratulations to those folks. Trenton Johnson, obviously coming back from a state tournament appearance. He's always been in this thing. You have to think that he might be the odds-on favorite. On the girls golf side,
Izzy Griggs, Franklin, Amy Bridgman, Nolensville, Shelly Jang, Ravenwood.
Shelly Yang, you could figure this one out. I'm just telling you right now, has to be the odds-on favorite.
Yes, without a doubt.
And she will also be a state champion before she leaves Ravenwood. Boys cross country, Mac Zaney, Franklin, Davis Bove, Centennial, Parker Flegley at Nolensville.
Come on.
Davis Bove. Davis Bove has to be. Don't know. We're just making predictions. We'll just have to see how it falls out. Girls cross country.
Lee Walters, Page, Sadie Cook, Independence, Eden Mitzeldorf, Brentwood.
Sadie Cook, SEC runner.
She's
Lee
been here
Walters,
before, right?
Yeah, Lee Walters, fastest time in Tennessee right now on a couple of her events.
Whoa.
That's going to be a tough category. Girls soccer, Harper White, Franklin, Anna Augustini, Ravenwood, and Hannah Zopa from Nolensville. Congratulations to those ladies. Who do you think?
Wow, that's a tough
Do you
one.
know where Harper White is attending collegiately to play soccer?
Duke.
Clemson.
I'm going with Harper White.
On the volleyball side,
Tori Carpenter, Brentwood, Avery Davis, Summit, Lanny Van Treese, Page, London Kaufman, Nolensville.
I think this is the first time that a non-Brentwood player wins it.
I do too.
Hilltoppers, I think, and I'm going to predict Avery Davis from Summit wins that award.
I second that.
Girls basketball, what a category this is going to be.
Whoa.
Grace Baird of Nolensville, Faith Wilkin, Page, Jazz Harmon, Ravenwood, Amelia Osgood, Brentwood. Congratulations to those four ladies. Woo!
What's the best thing about this category? Only one of them's a senior.
Oh, it's a great point. Great point. I don't know. This one's too tough to call. I think the two odds-on favorites have to be Jazz Harmon and Faith Wilkin. I just don't know which way the media will vote on these two players.
I agree.
But it is great company all the way, 1 through 4.
I say this. I think you can't go wrong with either one of them. Faith Wilkin.
You think so?
Yeah. Well, you can't go wrong with any
I'm going to go Jazz Harmon.
Jazz. Okay, I like it.
Because the Ravenwood Lady Raptors got a little deeper.
They did.
Grace Baird's right there in the conversation. Because Zoe Pillar doesn't get hurt. Her name may get called. I mean, there's so many people that you could have called or directions you could have gone.
Well, and look at there was you could have had either one of the Trucial girls ladies for Brentwood.
I think the girls and boys basketball categories are the two toughest or as deep, along with baseball, deepest categories that we have.
Yeah.
On the boys basketball side, Reese Glover, Franklin, Nate Bladorn, Nolensville, Harry Lackey, Brentwood, Trey Carlton, Centennial.
Reese Glover.
2,400 career points.
I did this. We talked about this weekend. Had a little research. 424 made 3-pointers in his career.
Not many people have that many attempts, much less makes.
No.
On the
But I love all of them. Nate Bladorn, Mr. Double-Double. Banger inside.
Harry Lackey in the Bruins getting all the way into the semis.
That's right.
Trey Carlton, good regular season for Centennial, but Reese Glover, in the end, I think if you look at strict on paper chalk basketball player, it has to be Reese. I
think so.
So we'll see how it goes. Boys wrestling.
Skylar Coffey, Brentwood, Jackson Clevenger, Fairview, and Job Dooley of Franklin. Skylar Coffey, state champion. Here's what's going to be interesting.
Maybe we should make them wrestle off to see who wins it.
Man, I'd go. I'd buy a ticket, promise you.
I mean, really?
One loss.
How do you pick one over the other?
One loss on the season.
Overall mat time? I mean, really, how do you pick? This is tough.
Most dominating performance. Jackson is a back-to-back 2-time state champion. So does he get points for being the defending state champion and having to defend it? But if you're asking, and Joe Dooley, I know he's at least a 3-time state qualifier.
Sure.
State placer.
And to be on that list is pretty phenomenal with those other two guys. So let's be honest with you. And could we possibly see, I don't know how this voting is going to go, a co-champion?
Possibly, yeah. Is this just this season?
Yes.
I don't think you can be any more dominating than what Skylar Coffey did.
All right, fair enough. Girls wrestling, Skylar Bixby, Independence, Annalise Dotson, Franklin, and Olivia Kalingos, Fairview. Congratulations to those ladies. That's one of those categories that continue to grow in the Williamson County Sports Conference. On the boys bowling side?
Carson Roble, Nolensville, Drake Austin, Brentwood.
Here's a little nugget for you. Carson Roble, dual sport athlete. Know what other sport he plays?
Baseball.
Baseball, that is correct.
Yeah.
Nicely done. Girls bowling, Sona Davis, Ravenwood, Sydney Gant, Nolensville, Emily Jackson of Centennial on the bowling side. We could dwell on bowling all day. I think they could bowl blindfolded and beat the
Little nugget for you. Drake Austin played coach pitch, T-ball, baseball for Dougie Fresh and I.
How about that?
I feel like we were very influential in the formative years of his athletic career. If and when he wins the bowling award, I fully expect a shout out for being a big part of the maturation of his athletic career.
His athletic career. Girls tennis.
Girls tennis, Haley Clausen Page, Mira Unit, Franklin, Georgia, Fisher, Brentwood.
Of the Fisher bloodline.
Yeah.
You think she's odds-on favorite going in?
If I had to pick, yes.
All right. On the boys' side, Jack Piana of Independence, Donovan Genesek, Brentwood, Jackson Vaughn. Donovan is a repeat finalist.
He is.
I believe he will be the odds-on favorite going into this. Obviously, there's still some tennis to play. We still have voting going on at this time. Or we haven't even started the voting, but I think that will play into account as they go into districts of the tennis. On the girls' track side, Avery McMullen of Centennial, Lee Walters of Page, Meg Wilson, Brentwood, and Kiera Carter of Ravenwood.
Tough one. You just mentioned about Walters has the fastest time in the state so far this year, but I think the odds-on favorite's Avery McMullen.
I would have to agree. Kiera Carter over there at Ravenwood, part of the relay teams as well as the sprints, could be somebody to be reckoned with at the end of this before it's over with. Boys track.
Jet Kinder, Brentwood, Davis Bove, Centennial, and Gabriel Sleenoff, Ravenwood. This, I didn't realize until I just read it. That's a tough category.
Well, why? Gabriel Sleenoff, go.
Well, he's dominating in the shot put right now. I think he threw 58 the other day. Did you see the video of it?
Yes.
It looked fake, didn't it?
It looked like he threw a baseball.
So I think he's got a chance to win state. Obviously, Davis Bove is going to win state in mile, 2 miles, something. And then Jack Kinder, the defending
Could
decathlete.
quite possibly be. It is not in the most captivating sport that people kind of, you miss a lot of things. Could quite possibly be the #1 athlete in all of the county, in every sport.
Yeah, you're talking about Kinder, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Decathlete champ is a sophomore?
Yes. State champion.
Right, yes.
State champion.
That's right. So he's the defending. That's a tough category right there. Since we're doing it, that one's the toughest I've seen so far.
I'm going to go with Jet Kinder.
I got to go with Kinder.
On the softball side, good category as well. Jenna
Yes.
Johnson of Page, Caitlin Woodside Summit, McKinley Webb Independence, man, all three very worthy of winning this award. Jenna Johnson.
We need to change
is
the name
a-
of that award to the Hannah Koenig Award.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. Jenna Johnson is a 3-time finalist for softball.
Yes. And she's a heck of a player going to Alabama. Woodside is having a great year.
Going to
Webb.
Lipscomb.
Who?
Woodside's going to
Oh,
Lipscomb.
yes, correct. Yeah. Webb is having an outstanding year. I think, one, she deserves it, and then being there all those years, and then not getting it, I think this is Jenna Johnson's year.
On the baseball side, we've already kind of spoiled this earlier. Robert Hassel, Independence, Chris McElvain, Summit, Zane Denton, Ravenwood. Let me ask you this. As we come down to the finish line in baseball, will Summit's overall finishing, have an effect on the voting with Chris McElvain over Robert Hassel?
I think good question. The other question is this. McElvain and Hassel, do they cancel each other out and Denton slides in?
That's a great point. I don't know. I don't see that. I think that would be the third of the three synopsis that would just went through scenarios that we just went through. I think that the success of Summit coming down the stretch is going to be the biggest impact for Chris McElvain to win this award. Man, you can't go wrong with any of the three.
I agree. I'm going McElvain.
All right, boys soccer.
Sam Comcento, Brentwood, Brandon Parrish, Fairview, Hunter Bossman, Independence. Anybody with the name Bossman gets my vote.
Well, hate to put a break on that.
Bossman.
Brentwood has not lost
I know
game
that.
in soccer, and I think Sam will.
Sam's a big part
Sam's
of that.
also a returning finalist in this category. Congratulations to all those individual category winners. Now let's look at some of the big awards that are going to be given that night. Female Athlete of the Year. I think some of these are not any surprises for us. Jazz Harmon, Ravenwood Basketball, Grace Baird, Nolensville Basketball, Faith Wilkin, Page Basketball, and Taylor Limperville. She plays basketball, soccer, and cross country for Summit. Will leave a soccer game to go run a cross country event. Very good athlete for the Female Athlete of the Year category.
What's the name of the category?
Female Athlete of the Year.
3 sports, excels at all of them.
Is that who your vote's going for, Mr. Media?
Well, if I had a vote, yes.
Okay. Male Athlete of the Year. Go.
Reese Glover, Franklin Basketball, Skylar Coffey, Brentwood Wrestling, Cam Harris-Glusk, Fairview Basketball and Football, TJ Sheffield, Indy Football and Track. Something I love about TJ, he's already signed his scholarship papers to go to Purdue. It's done, right? College is paid for. Still running track. That gets points with me.
I like it. Male Team of the Year. Ravenwood Football. Nolensville Wrestling, as you know, were AA runner-ups. Brentwood Basketball, semis in the AAA, and Franklin Basketball, who were made it to the Elite Eight on the state basketball level in AAA. That's a really, really tough category if you go down the chalk and look at it.
Yeah.
Nolensville Wrestling
I know.
could be quite possibly the dark horse in this group. They were AA runner-ups and had the highest finish thus far.
Couple of things. You just never know how the media members are going to vote. Okay. Does Nolensville get penalized because wrestling is not as much as a publicized sport as baskeball? Okay, I don't know, but that could be a possibility.
I'll answer your question though. The preliminary voting getting into this point, yes, it did carry a lot of weight.
Okay, so there you go. But what they did, 1, third year, 2, runner-up, and going to the state dual runner-ups, I mean, that's unbelievable. I don't know how anything can be better. Now, here's my next question. You start talking about Brentwood basketball, Franklin basketball. They both make it to Murfreesboro. Brentwood makes it one step farther. They make it to the semis. But Franklin beat them 6 times this year, 5 times. Mm-hmm. Franklin drew the unquestioned number 1 team in the tournament, number 1 team in the state. Bearden is the best team in the state. It's not even up for debate, right? No do-overs, nothing. How do you weigh that?
I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. And I think it's a testament to both the coaches, the job they did, the team, being resilient in Brentwood, being resilient and fighting on and getting on that side of the bracket. I mean, it's part of it. If you're going to win it all, we can go back and look at this. There's got to be a lot of luck involved.
Yes.
Not only do you have to be good, there's a lot of luck involved, and that means sometimes the ping pong ball has to bounce in the right direction.
Who you got?
As far as that. And in that category on the boys' side?
Early on favorite.
Man. I think it's going to come down to Ravenwood football, Final Four.
Wow.
and I think it comes down to Nolensville wrestling.
I
think the other two cancel themselves out.
I don't. I think they come down. I think they're the top 2 vote getters.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. All right. Female team of the year: Brentwood volleyball, Nolensville soccer, Ravenwood basketball, Nolensville basketball. I think that's all, but it's it's one of those categories you hate to get in. As you're lucky, happy to be there, but by getting into this category that you're going to be second place.
You are fighting an uphill battle.
Female coach of the year, go.
Barbara Campbell, Brentwood volleyball. The Barbara Campbell Female Coach of the Year Award. Ron Brock, Page basketball. Mariska Harris, Ravenwood basketball. And Jenny Stevenson, Summit softball.
That's a good. Hey, thanks for coming. It's an honor to be mentioned in those names.
Yeah.
But once again, you're going up to somebody that won 6 in a row.
She's won 6 in a row. I will say this, though.
But I don't know. The voting is kind of funny on this
I think Jenny
deal.
Stevenson deserves points because she took over a program that was, let's be honest, hadn't had a whole lot of success, and she's got them really good, really fast.
Don't disagree at all. Male coach of the year, go.
Greg Shirley, Brentwood basketball. Matt Daniels, Ravenwood football. Darren Joins, Franklin basketball. Josh Peck, Nolensville wrestling. Very parallel with the teams of the year.
I think whoever wins team of the year, I think wins coach of the year.
I think that's safe to say. They've all of them have done an unbelievable job. Coach Shirley has been to the state tournament now twice in what?
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
No need to go down that path. Coach Daniels has come on, took over a little bit of a, that program wasn't quite firing on all cylinders when he took it. And man, what he's done there, the culture, all of it. DJ, what can we say about Franklin basketball? The first time in 30 years. And then Josh Peck built the Ravenwood. He built the
4 years in
Ravenwood wrestling
existence.
program. That's right. And now he's already got Nolensville there. So that's a really tough one. I think media. I think Daniels wins that one.
That's a tough one. Media Student of the Year. This is one of my favorite groups. These guys have been nominated by the media teachers in the athletics field of what they do there in those media classes. Evan Willock of Franklin, Evan Hicks, Independence, Houston Chapman, Ravenwood, Zach Gaspy of Page. Congratulations to them.
That's a really cool award.
It's very cool. We will not discuss the Courage Award winner, Mayor Scholarship Award winner, and all the other things that are cool that come at the end of the night. But man, it's right here on top of us.
I do need a little preview. Director's Cup standings.
Well,
Is Brentwood in the lead?
Brentwood's currently in first. I've got to go back. I've got to start looking at the spring and start playing some scenarios. I don't have them off the top of my head, unfortunately, but Summit baseball and softball will help them significantly move up the ladder. It all comes out to where you finish in the regular season district-wise, and those are huge point getters.
Huge.
In that baseball and softball category.
I'm assuming D1 Nolensville is
Nolensville's going to end up winning.
running away with this thing, yeah.
So, well, that's all we've got. Congratulations to all the WILLCO finalists just to get a gold ticket, man. It's an accomplishment in itself. So we'll see you soon with those golden tickets. Thank you for joining us today. We'll see you next time.